can read along in your book as you listen to the story. When you hear this sound, turn the page. Ready to listen?
The Big Red Car has a Rattling Experience by Kathleen Warren. One bright sunny morning, Greg came out of Wiggle House carrying a picnic basket. "I'll just put this picnic basket in the car," he said to himself. "We don't want to leave it behind." He looked around. "That's funny. Murray came out to give the car a polish, and now he's not here. I wonder where he's gone." Murray stood up suddenly. "Here I am," he said. "You couldn't see me because my red shirt is the same colour as the car." "I can see you now," laughed Greg, putting the basket in the car. "Here come the others, so we can be on our way." Anthony and Jeff came out of Wiggle House. Anthony was eating an apple, and Jeff looked as if he'd only just woken up. "We are making an early start," he said. "Where are we going?" "We're going to the seaside for a picnic," Murray replied. "Captain Feathersword and Wags will meet us there." The four friends climbed into the big red car. "Seatbelts, everybody," called Greg as he took his place at the wheel. Murray started to play his guitar. "Play Toot Toot and we can all sing," suggested Anthony. The big red car chugga-chugged along the road, around the bends, over the bridges, down the hills and through the tunnels. "I can see the sea," cried Anthony, pointing ahead. Everyone cheered, but the big red car made a terrible noise. It was a mixture of a groan, a squeal and a rattle, followed by a shake and a shudder as it came to a grinding halt. The Wiggles looked at each other in dismay. What could the matter be? "We'd better get out and see what's wrong," said Murray in a worried tone. Out they climbed and looked under and over and all around the car. "I think the engine is all right," said Greg. "The wheels are fine," added Murray. Anthony held up the picnic basket. "Our lunch is safe," he called. The big red car groaned, squealed and rattled again. Jeff shook his head and frowned. "There's something seriously wrong," he said. "Water? Fuel? Oil? I checked everything before we left," replied Greg. The noises started again, but this time, after groaning, squealing, rattling, shaking and shuddering, the big red car sneezed, coughed and spluttered. "Perhaps it's caught a cold," suggested Anthony as it sneezed, coughed and spluttered again. All of a sudden, after giving an extra splutter, there was another cough and out shot a bone. The big red car looked much more comfortable. The Wiggles laughed. "It's one of Wag's bones," said Anthony. "He went under the big red car to chew his bone in peace and quiet, and he didn't take it with him when he left. And when I started the engine, the bone got caught up underneath," added Greg. "I would never have thought a bone could make so much noise. Come on, everybody, back on board." The Wiggles continued their journey. The big red car chugga-chugged along the road. "Look," cried Jeff, "there's the good ship Feathersword out in the bay, and the captain and Wags are waving to us." The Wiggles waved back. Murray held the bone up high. Wags jumped up and down with glee, nudging Captain Feathersword and pointing to the bone. Greg laughed. "It looks as if Wags will be pleased to get his bone back, and we know the big red car was certainly glad to be rid of it." "Chugga chugga," agreed the big red car.
And that's the end of the first story today. Goodbye. Now, see ya. Good night.